Hello again, dear friend. Tonight, I want to talk with you about something quietly powerful. It's not flashy, it doesn't come in a bottle or require a prescription, but when it's missing, everything feels just a little harder. I'm talking about sleep. That deep, nourishing rest our bodies crave, especially as we grow older. And if sleep has been elusive for you lately, I want you to know, you are not alone. I hear from so many people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who tell me the same story. I wake up so many times in the night, they say. I feel tired, but I just can't drift off like I used to. Or, I nap during the day and then I'm wide awake at midnight. And there's often a quiet sadness behind those words. Like, maybe this is just what aging looks like. But let me gently offer a different perspective. Disturbed sleep is not a failure or a flaw in you. It's not a sentence that comes with getting older, it's a signal. And signals can be understood. And once we understand them, we can respond with care, with wisdom, and with action. Sleep does change with age, yes, that's true. As we grow older, our internal clock, what scientists call the circadian rhythm, can shift. You might find yourself getting sleepy earlier in the evening, or waking up before sunrise. Our bodies also begin to produce less melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate sleep-wake cycles. These aren't problems, they're natural changes. But they can make good rest more challenging. And then there's life itself. Retirement changes your routine. Less exposure to natural daylight can confuse your body's rhythms. Medications, pain, stress, loneliness, these all touch the edges of our sleep. Sometimes quietly, sometimes with a heavy hand. But what I want to emphasize is this: we're not powerless. In fact, small, gentle changes can create surprisingly big shifts in the quality of your sleep. We're not going to try to force anything. Sleep can't be commanded, but it can be invited, welcomed, nurtured. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Let's begin with the space where sleep begins, your bedroom. Think of it not just as a place with a bed, but as a sanctuary, a nest, a gentle cave where your body and spirit can soften. One of the most helpful things you can do is keep your room comfortably cool, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, or 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Cooler temperatures help your body drop into deeper sleep more easily. Add a warm blanket if needed, but let the air around you stay slightly chilled. It mimics the natural cooling that happens in your body before sleep. Next, make sure your space is truly dark. Our brains associate light with daytime, and even a little glow from a street light, a phone charger, or a hallway lamp can interfere with melatonin production. Blackout curtains are a gift. So is a simple sleep mask. And if sound is an issue, consider earplugs or a white noise machine. The steady hum of gentle sound can muffle the unpredictable noises that might pull you from rest. Now let's talk about something that sneaks into nearly every home these days: screens, phones, tablets, televisions. Their blue light tricks your brain into staying alert, even when your body is weary. One of the kindest things you can do for yourself is set a digital sunset. About an hour before bed, begin dimming the lights and turning off screens. Let the natural quiet of the evening take hold. It's not always easy. Habits are strong. But try replacing the scroll with something slower. Read a few pages of a calming book. Write a short note in a journal. Listen to soft instrumental music or gentle nature sounds. These are cues, signals to your nervous system, that it's time to slow down. And don't forget the role of food and drink. Digesting a heavy or spicy meal late in the evening can keep your body too active to settle. Try to eat your last big meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. And be mindful of what you sip in the evening. Some herbal teas, like peppermint or green tea, may still contain caffeine. Even decaf coffee can have trace amounts. Alcohol, too, can seem helpful at first. It might make you drowsy, but it often disrupts the deeper stages of sleep later in the night, leaving you restless at 2 a.m. Instead, reach for a naturally calming option, a warm cup of chamomile tea. A glass of water. Even just sitting quietly with your hands wrapped around a warm mug can become part of your wind-down ritual. And yes, rituals matter. They're not just habits. They're rhythms. Sacred little transitions between the waking world and the quiet world of sleep. So create one. Make it yours. Maybe you take a warm bath, not too hot. Let the water ease the tension from your muscles. Maybe you stretch, gently. Nothing strenuous, just a few movements to open your body and release the tightness of the day. Or maybe you sit by a window and watch the last light leave the sky. Let dusk become your friend again. Let it hold your hand. Because what we're really doing is not fixing sleep, but relearning how to listen. To listen to the quiet language of our body when it says, "I'm tired," to notice the cues, and to respond with gentleness. We'll explore even more techniques in a moment. Simple, deeply calming practices you can try right from your bed. But for now, just take a deep breath. You're doing beautifully. The fact that you're here, listening, caring, that means something. And it's the beginning of a new kind of rest. Let's stay in this gentle space for a moment. The world outside can feel noisy, demanding, but here in this moment, you've chosen stillness. That's powerful, that's rare, and that's where healing begins. Now let me walk you through a few simple but powerful techniques that can help your body relax and prepare for deeper sleep. Even if your mind is still active or your emotions feel stirred up by the day. The first is called mindful breathing. And it's one of the most natural tools you already have. Breath is your quiet companion. It's always there, waiting to soothe you. Let's try this together. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. You don't need to do anything special, just be here. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, gently hold that breath for a count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now, slowly exhale through your mouth, as if you're blowing through a straw for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is known as the 4-7-8 breath, and it's been called a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system. Just a few rounds of this can quiet racing thoughts and ease the physical tension in your body. You don't have to be perfect with the timing. The rhythm is what matters. The gentle flow in, the pause, the long release. Your body understands this rhythm. It remembers. Another beautiful practice is something called progressive muscle relaxation. You don't need any equipment. You don't need to be athletic. All you need is your body and a willingness to be present with it. Start with your toes. Gently curl them just for a few seconds. Hold and then let go. Feel the difference between tension and release. Move slowly upward. Your calves, your thighs, then your hands. Make gentle fists, hold and relax. Your arms, your shoulders, your jaw, your eyes. Each time you release, imagine the tension melting down into the bed, dissolving into the air around you. You might not even realize how tightly you've been holding yourself. These small movements, just 5 seconds of squeeze and release, can teach your body that it's okay to soften, that it's okay to let go. And then there's the mind. Sometimes, even when the body feels heavy and calm, the mind is still spinning. Thoughts about the past, worries about the future. That long list of shoulds that never seems to stop. When this happens, don't fight it. Fighting thoughts only wakes you up more. Instead, try this. Picture a gentle place. A quiet garden, maybe. A slow-moving river. A cozy cabin with soft light and the sound of wind in the trees. Picture the textures, the colors, the temperature. Let your imagination wander. This is a technique called guided visualization, and it works because the brain responds to imagery as if it's real. If your mind is walking in a peaceful place, your body often follows. Another mental tool is what I call the quiet alphabet game. Pick a category, say flowers, and slowly go through the alphabet, naming one for each letter: aster, begonia, chrysanthemum, and so on. You might not get far. That's okay. The goal isn't to win. The goal is to guide your attention away from worry and towards something neutral or pleasant or even slightly silly. You can do this with fruits, cities, bird names, whatever brings you a sense of ease. And here's something important. Something you might need to hear, especially if you wake up in the middle of the night. You are not failing at sleep. Waking up is not the enemy. What matters is how you respond. If you find yourself awake at 2 or 3 a.m., try not to look at the clock. Try not to start calculating how many hours you have left. That only fuels the stress. Instead, gently notice your body. Do a quick scan. Start at your toes and slowly rise. Are you holding tension anywhere? Can you relax just 5% more? Can you return to your breath? If sleep doesn't come right away, that's okay. Rest itself has value. Rest is not wasted time. Even lying still in the dark, with your eyes closed and your breath calm, your body is doing quiet repair work. Your brain is finding rhythm again. Some people keep a notebook beside the bed, just in case a thought feels too loud to ignore. Write it down. Let the page hold it, so your mind doesn't have to. And if you feel truly awake after 20 or 30 minutes, consider this. Get up and do something very gentle. Sit in a different chair. Read a calming book. Listen to soft music. Avoid bright lights. Then return to bed when your body starts to feel drowsy again. This practice of getting up instead of tossing and turning can actually retrain your brain to associate your bed with rest, not frustration. You are allowed to take care of yourself in the night, just as you would in the day. You are allowed to respond to your needs with compassion. Because aging doesn't mean settling for poor sleep. It means learning how to honor your body as it changes and giving it what it needs, with love. Now that we've created calm in the body and quiet in the mind, let's talk about something deeper. Because sometimes the real reason we can't sleep isn't physical at all. It's emotional. Have you ever laid in bed, perfectly still, and yet your thoughts feel loud? Maybe a wave of loneliness washes over you, or memories come up, some sweet, some painful. Maybe you think about the people you miss, the decisions you regret, the time that's passed. This is more common than you think. Especially as we get older, night can bring a kind of stillness that feels less peaceful and more like a mirror. It reflects back everything we've been too busy to feel during the day. And here's the truth. You are not broken for feeling that way. You are simply human. If you've lost a partner, a friend, or even just the familiar rhythm of family life, the nights can feel emptier. Even the quietest house feels louder when there's no one else moving in it. But sleep doesn't just come from tired muscles or full bellies. It comes when we feel safe, when we feel held, when we feel seen. So how do we create emotional safety, especially when we live alone? It starts with gentle self-talk. What do you say to yourself when you lie awake? Are the words kind? Are they patient? Try speaking to yourself the way a loving grandparent might speak to a child. You're okay. You've done enough today. It's time to rest now. That inner voice matters more than you realize. You are allowed to comfort yourself. You are allowed to feel safe in your own care. Another powerful practice is what I call a gratitude tuck-in. Before you close your eyes, name 3 things, just 3, that you're grateful for from the day. They don't have to be big. Maybe the way the sun hit the trees during your walk. Maybe the phone call from your sister. Maybe the perfect cup of tea you made just right. Gratitude shifts the nervous system. It pulls us out of fear and into a place of quiet strength. It says, even in all this, I still have beauty. Now let's talk about consistency. Because routines are like lullabies for the body. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Our bodies love rhythm. The more predictable your sleep routine is, the easier it becomes for your internal clock to guide you into rest. Make a bedtime ritual that feels sacred. Maybe it's dimming the lights and playing soft music. Maybe it's brushing your hair slowly or lighting a candle while you read. These aren't just habits, they're signals. They're the body's way of saying it's safe to let go now. And don't forget the importance of morning light. Open your blinds as soon as you wake. Step outside if you can. Morning light helps regulate melatonin and resets your circadian rhythm, making it easier to sleep at night. If your sleep struggles persist, it's okay to talk to your doctor. Sometimes, medications or health conditions can play a role. There's no shame in asking for help. You're not being dramatic, you're being wise. You're advocating for your quality of life. Because that's what sleep is, really. A foundation for everything else. It affects your memory, your mood, your energy, even your ability to fight illness. When you sleep well, you live well. And you deserve that. You deserve mornings that feel hopeful, afternoons full of ease, evenings that feel soft, nights that bring comfort. So let me leave you with this. No matter how many restless nights you've had, no matter how long it's been since you felt deeply rested, it is never too late to rebuild your relationship with sleep. Start with one small thing tonight. One breath. One calming ritual. One moment of kindness to yourself. This isn't about perfection. This is about peace. You are worthy of rest. You are worthy of comfort. And you are not alone. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope tonight brings you softness, stillness, and sleep. Until next time, take care of yourself, gently and with love.